Hi, and welcome to the 3D Teacher. This is the very first video, and today I'm going to show you some basics on making a simple model in SketchUp and then converting it and printing it using the Up Mini 3D printer. We're going to make this cute little elephant here, and there are three major steps involved. First, we're going to create the model in SketchUp. Next, we're going to export the model from SketchUp using a special extension. And lastly, we're going to bring the model into the Up printing software and print the model with the Up Mini printer. I'm going to assume some familiarity with SketchUp already. I've chosen it because it is very quick and easy compared with a lot of 3D modeling software out there. The free version is all we need for what we're doing in these videos, and you can download it here. I find that most secondary students really take to 3D modeling and they take to SketchUp very naturally. If you have never used this software, I really recommend doing the self-paced tutorials and getting used to it. Let's get started with a model. Here's the standard SketchUp screen. We are going to change the units. I have the units set as meters by default, but we're working with a small scale object here, so we're going to change it to millimeters. What that means is that all my modeling will be happening right down here in a very small part of the universe. So I'm going to zoom in now and zoom right in there. Let's delete the 2D woman there, and we'll begin by making a rectangle for the body of the elephant. Now it'll be a rectangle sort of like this, but we will use the keyboard to enter in the dimensions. So 20 millimeters by 15 millimeters, in other words 2 centimeters by 1.5. Press enter. Wow, where is it? It's just really tiny, so we zoom right in, and there it is. So that's the base of our elephant, and we'll pull it up 15 millimeters. So now we've got a nice rectangular prism there. We'll start by putting in the feet of the elephant, so I will put it upside down. And I'm going to go about 5 millimeters that way, 5 millimeters down, and take it down to there. My elephant's legs are all squares. They're 5 by 5 millimeters. So nice and small. Pull them down 10 millimeters. There we go. So now we've got the main torso of the elephant there. We're going to put in the tail. The little tail happens to have the same width as this gap here between the two legs. So we'll pull that up there. And it's just a kind of protrusion that comes out by 2.5 millimeters. There we go. All done. Now the front, the kind of neck and head is going to come out this way. It goes down by 10 millimeters down here. We get a little end point there now. Take that across, and we can now pull out the head and neck by 10 millimeters. We can also put the trunk. The trunk is going to come down. It actually comes all the way down to the ground. Very stylized elephant. So pull that down, and it goes to the ground like that. I made a kind of a slightly adjusted head so that it's not quite so square at the front. So we're going to make a kind of a line there. So we'll bring this across by 5 as well. Notice that SketchUp helps us out quite a bit by repeating the same steps or the same measurements a lot. And there we go. Now the head isn't so unusual. Now the elephant is missing his ears. Before we look at that though, I just want to explain a little bit about the importance when we're modeling for printing, the importance of the model being airtight. Let's remove the axes for a moment so that you can see what I mean. Suppose I was to delete this face. We can now kind of look inside our elephant. You can see, I can see all the way down the legs there. I can see right down into the trunk. And all of these sides that make up the feet and the bottom of the trunk are all sealed. They're all airtight. None of the feet are missing like that. No, they're all airtight, and that's what we need for the model to print properly. If I want this to close up again, actually all I have to do is draw one of the sides again, and SketchUp will close it up. Suppose I wanted to do an ear, and let's say we did the ear. We'll do it straight up like that. Oops, I don't know why it keeps doing that. Let's try that again. Straight up on the blue axis, please. Thank you. And we'll bring that out 5. Bring it down to meet that one. Got a nice floppy ear there. Now, the problem with that ear is that in a real world view, that ear is actually not there. It has no mass. It's actually infinitely thin, sort of plane, and it has no mass. It won't print. It's just sort of invisible from a printing point of view. If we want to see that ear, we will have to give it some volume. So let's delete what we've done there. Just undo, Control Z. And we are going to do a better job this time. I'm going to make a solid here. So I'm just going to pull that up, and pull that out. And it's 5 millimeters deep. So I've made a kind of more solid ear like that. Now let's do it. Same thing from the other side. Okay, straight up there. Pull that out. 5 millimeters. And we now got 2 ears on the elephant. He's got a trunk, he's got legs, he's got a little tail. So he is finished. And we're all ready to export. Now to export the model, we need the model to be in the STL format. Most 3D printers use this format for printing a model. We are going to need to convert it into that format. There's now a sort of an official extension for SketchUp that allows you to export into that. You'll see the URL there on the screen. The process of installing is very, very easy, and you don't even need to restart SketchUp. Once it is installed, it will appear in your preferences, and you can see the extension listed there. And then when you go to File, you will get the option to export, and it's just a matter of clicking that, export the entire model, and then you choose where you're going to export it to. Nothing else to it. You get an STL file, and it's ready to be used. Okay, now it's time to print. In this video I'm using the Up Mini. Here's the sales and support website for the printer. It's also where you get the software, the user manual, and sample models. You can even print some models of the spare parts for the printer and print them yourself, downloading the models. I'm going to assume that your printer is set up correctly with the right platform height and so on, according to the instructions in the user manual. If you were able to print the rabbit test model, then you're ready. Okay, this is the Up software. We're straight away going to open our file. We just find it where we put it, and there's a little elephant. First thing we'll do is use the automatic placement to place it in the middle where it will be on a little platform. There it is. Now we're going to actually turn it upside down. The reason for this is when it prints, we don't want to have all the support structures to hold up the legs and everything. So we're going to print it upside down. So we press rotate, 180, and we rotate on the x-axis. And you can see there I've now rotated it upside down. Hit place again to make sure that it's placed in the right place. We're going to plug in the USB cable. There we go. And we're ready to initialize. So from that menu we hit initialize. And the platform will move into place so that we can put the perf board in it. So we'll just wait for that to happen. Okay, so now we're ready to put the perf board into place. So we put that in. Attach the clips in the usual way. And we're ready to hit print. If we go into the preferences, you can see that I've chosen all the standard settings for the print. I haven't really changed anything that I can remember. And then we press OK. You'll notice it's sending the layers. What this means really is that this model will be made out of 134 little layers of plastic. It takes about half an hour to print on my printer. You can print multiple models at once. And there you go, gives you an estimate there. And it's off. If we wanted to cancel the print, we could press stop. Thanks for watching.